play, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll try the run. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. The Terrapins headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try it over the left side. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 15-plus extra practices. You start to play and experience more as young guys. The older guys get a little bit more rest. But, yeah, you're building the future. You're building the foundation. You're working on your technique. And you know what? You also get to have some fun. I think that's important for team building, is having fun at your location, doing the different things together to start to build that unity that will make a big difference in the future.
Yeah, there's a saying in college football that your freshman year, when you get to bowl season, you're no longer a freshman. A lot of players grow up. You get the extra practices mentally, and from a confidence standpoint, you turn the page. I can remember back to my true freshman year, we're getting ready to play Penn State. We had a lot of NFL talent in my freshman class, and everybody just seemed to grow a foot taller. They were playing with a different intensity level that really paid off for us the next year.
They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Terrapins have a first down.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming at you.
David, given the fact that you are a devoted helmet head, I'm not sure that you're aware there are a lot of other festivities around the bowl game. Did you ever experience any of that?
Of course I'm a helmet head. Yeah, spot on. Agree with that. But here's the thing. We did a meat-eating contest at the Outback Bowl my senior year. Which squad could eat more steak from Outback? It was absolutely amazing. So I experienced that in all of its glory.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. Promising start to that drive, sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So the Oregon State Beavers offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt. They got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
The run from the shotgun. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season and throughout your career, and then it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
Here comes the offense on second down. Johnson wants to throw it. It's complete on the right side. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that play right there really shows you the trust between the quarterback and his wide receiver. They've obviously worked for hours all season long on these routes near the sideline. Nice throw.
Pulls it in. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
They'll throw it on first down. Gets it out quickly. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
Unloads quickly. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Beavers have pushed it inside the 20. From the gun, the running back has it. Pulled down after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 13. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Defense in press coverage. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Makes the catch. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. The Beavers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Beavers! That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, frame the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're just about ready to kick it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Give to the running back. Shakes off the tackler. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. The Terrapins send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Johnson looking to throw. Finds a spot in the middle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Takes the easy completion. The defense wouldn't let him lose it. Even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Beavers will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Trying to get to him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Terrapins will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Right down the middle. Got his man all by himself. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. And the Beavers are in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
How many 1st downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
He finds his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
And he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The Beavers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Johnson wants to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
He rifles one deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Hey, listen, quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly complete. Finds a crease at the 20. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead of you.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Terrapins!
Yeah, that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting the fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They go to the ground. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, I myself have been in Shreveport to call the Independence Bowl. What a fantastic experience, and we've had ourselves a fun first half. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time. That applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things in that first half. Need some more big plays here to get this double.
And you've seen it with bowl games. Big swings, man. When the rust comes off after that first half and people get in a rhythm, you've seen big comebacks. So I know they're winning, but keep the foot on the gas. This first possession is crucial.
Release to the back. He's got it. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They'll try to pop the draw. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Fires to the big fella. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading.
He lets it fly. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Taking it the other way. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Beavers! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, return to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in his game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's taking the shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Terrapins decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll call for the fair catch here. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Johnson looking to throw. Got the quick pass. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. He'll keep it himself. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, he chews up yards, doesn't he? That was really quick, really decisive. Design quarterback runs are very difficult to stop, and you could tell he's got some ability to make big plays. And thank goodness they got him on the ground and it wasn't a bigger play than it could have been.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. And the Beavers are flying down the field. They'll run it from the gun. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
Immediately fires to the middle. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Dances away to buy time.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He looks that one in nicely. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Coming up.
Out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Oregon State. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
A lot of times when that ball's coming out, you can tell the offensive linemen want to get those defensive linemen's hands down. They want to hit them, engage on them. Great job by the defensive end, getting his hands up in the air and getting the deflection.
This offense has a second down play. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's going to let it go. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. When you've already set your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Terrapins will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Johnson wants to throw it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
The Beavers line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. What looking for a productive play on first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Back open in the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. The Terrapins racing to the line in the hurry-up. He's back to throw on second down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And they get the sack just like that. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. And the Terrapins will punt it away on fourth down. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Going up top on first down. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the gun, the ground game. He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Looking to throw for it. The sweet feet buy a little time. And they got him for the sack. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback. And they did not.
They did not. But my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
The Beavers will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got to lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Johnson looking to throw. And that pass picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Maryland! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be...
Makes the grab down the left side. Oh, look out. Touchdown, Beavers! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team out there getting set. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The offense lining up for a first down play.
Get set, get set.
He wants to throw. Unloads it left. Got it. Touchdown, Oregon State. And the stomping has commenced.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. The play action fake. Feeling some heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Beavers!
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Coming out with it, it's Williams. There's no possible explanation for bringing that one out of the end zone, and they've got horrible field position at the 5. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Finds a man in the middle. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. He's going to pass. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
The Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. No return coming here as he signals for the pair. Catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Second down coming up. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Smart move to keep it on the ground. At the 45 on its way. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They'll go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. And I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving on it.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Johnson wants to throw it. finds his tight end. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
He's got it, and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Not a lot of drama in this one as they just get punched in the face and lose by double figures.
Not a lot of drama, but there is a lot to fix. On offense, on defense, on special teams. This team, David, they've got a lot to figure out.
Yeah, but you know what, Jesse? The coaches are going to be in a great mood. The bus rides, the plane rides, those will all be real fun. Practice this week, it's going to be a blast.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.